Hey, it's DJ MOJOE here. In this video, I'll be sharing with you behind the scenes and highlights of a recent wedding that I DJ'd for Alyssa and Tim down at the Park Hyatt Aviara in Carlsbad, California. This video is going to be for all the engaged couples who are looking at potential venues down here in Southern California. If you're planning to get married at Park Hyatt Aviara, or even the DJs who are subscribed to my YouTube channel and you want to learn how I do my weddings. So if this sounds like you, stay tuned in this video. By the way, if this is your first time watching one of my videos here, I'm Joe, DJ MOJOE, and I specialize in weddings and private events, and I help couples have the best time of their lives on their big wedding day through good music, good vibes, and good energy. So I'm excited to walk you through what it was like to have a wedding at the Park Hyatt Aviara for Alyssa and Tim, and also I'm excited to share with you what exactly I did to help bring their wedding vision to life. Let's go. So Alyssa and Tim's wedding happened on May 5th, 2023, and they chose the perfect venue to host their wedding celebration. So Alyssa and Tim's ceremony, cocktail hour, and reception all happened on the back lawn of the Park Hyatt Aviara Resort. The ceremony happened in the side lawn, the cocktail hour happened at the back lawn, and the reception happened in the bigger lawn in the back. And we had an after party inside in one of the ballrooms inside the Park Hyatt Aviara. This venue is gorgeous, and especially enjoying this California weather. It was perfect temperature, great sunny skies, and it was just the vibe for Alyssa and Tim. For the ceremony, what was really nice about this venue was that the resort already had an AV team. AV stands for audio visual team, and they helped out with just the speaker setup, and all I had to do as the DJ is just connect my music to their soundboard, and they already had it handled in terms of the sound. So my job was to really just play the music at the right time. I also worked with the officiant for the ceremony to ensure that they feel comfortable with the microphone and just really understanding our cues when the music happens and any other details that are going to be important to ensure that the ceremony runs smoothly. For the cocktail hour, it happened in the back lawn, and during the cocktail hour, one of the things that helped really with the vibe is that I actually ran wireless sound to my third speaker out there, which is the LD Maui 28G2 in white. And what was very unique about this setup was that I was actually mixing music during the reception, and that way, whenever I mix my music, not only is it played during or at the reception area, but it's being picked up on the cocktail hour area as well. This is such a spacious venue, and if you can imagine, a lot of the people are walking all around the venue space, and my job was to bring the appropriate sound so it sounds good. And what I mean by this is that I've gotten compliments from people and guests where they were walking from the cocktail hour to the reception area and as they head out to the bathrooms, and they complimented on me like, hey, the music sounds really good throughout their journey as they walk from the cocktail hour all the way to the restroom. It's because we had proper sound, and I was able to use a wireless transmitter and receiver that I connected out of my main mixer board on my reception, and I was able to transmit sound for the cocktail hour, and it just makes the sound in sync. So whenever people are walking from one area to the next, they are hearing the same sound. They are vibing to the same music. So that was really nice. And during the cocktail hour, I got to play some great Hawaiian music that was provided by the couple. They gave me a Spotify playlist, but what I do as a DJ during the cocktail hour is that I actually mix the music. So that's one of the great things, is that people were listening to the songs that I picked, when it's being played, how it's being played, and people felt the vibe. I remembered even the florist gave me a compliment too, and saying, hey, good job, like you're a good DJ. That's one of the things you can stand out is as a DJ is actually mixing music, and that would really help me really stand apart in terms of the vibe that we're trying to create, we started off early and people felt it. Hey, it's Joe, DJ MOJOE. I've been where you are, passionate about DJing, dreaming of making it my full-time career. And guess what? I did it. Now I'm here to help you reach that same goal, especially in the wedding scene. It's called Wedding DJ Mastery Accelerator, a community where we connect every week on coaching calls. I'll be sharing the same knowledge and principles that help me succeed, and together, we'll adapt them to your journey. As a founding member, you get to start with a free 7-day trial and then enjoy a special discounted rate. Join now and I'll see you inside. Now back to the video. For the reception, I used my 2 white RCF Evox 12 speakers, and I want to put emphasis on the white speakers. This was a special request from the couple that they wanted white speakers, and that's what I provided. I do have the white speaker option, and the reason being is because they have a specific theme that they're going for, and it's nice how we are able to customize the type of equipment that we have to match that vibe. My RCF Evox 12 speakers sounded amazing, and it's just crystal clear even at long distances, and it covered the whole reception space really well. You found me
the first to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Tim and Alyssa Busman.
Now, talking about the reception, I want to highlight some of the key things that we did to really make it fun for everyone at the wedding. So first of all, I helped the couple make a custom grand entrance edit, and we used the song Higher Love by Kygo and Whitney Houston. And I made a special edit through Ableton, how we're able just to keep the hooks of the song to keep the energy going. So in the song, there is a section where you hear claps, and I got people clapping as Tim and Alyssa walk down those stairs and make their way over to the dance floor. It was such a hit, and it was so lively, and it felt the vibe that we were going for. After the grand entrance, we transitioned into their first dance, and that it was False Alarm, the acoustic version by Matoma. And then we had dinner. Dinner was being served, and I played a great blend of acoustic covers of popular love songs and some top 40. And some of the notable songs that I got to play were Levitating by Dua Lipa, but the acoustic version. I got to play Cold Heart, the acoustic version. I played Ferrari, the acoustic version. I played some Zed acoustic version, and just a great playlist overall. And I've gotten some compliments from, I think, one of the dads from one of the guests who came up to me and complimented on the vibe. So with the music, with the good food, we were all creating the good vibes just right outside the Park Hyatt Aviara. As the sunlight was dimming, we have the string lights on top, and it really created a nice warm vibe while people are enjoying their meal. So after dinner, we had some toasts and speeches from some of the very important people who are close to them, and it was so nice to hear the heartfelt speeches towards the end of dinner. After toasts and speeches, we invited the couple to dance with their parents on the white dance floor. So after the parent dances, we invited Alyssa and Tim over to their cake table for their cake cutting. Afterwards, they said their thank yous to their guests, and then now it is time to party, dance, and celebrate with the newlyweds. So we invited everyone over at the California Salon inside the Park Hyatt Aviara. So what was really great is that we really get to enjoy the beautiful scenery and view that the Park Hyatt Aviara offers outside, but there is a curfew at 9, so we are no longer allowed to have any outside noise or amplified sound past 9 o'clock. So that's why we moved the party inside, where we partied till midnight, 12 a.m. When we invited guests inside, we kicked off the party. Guests were welcomed by drinks, and there was some lounge seats. There was also a photo booth up there, and it was 3 hours of just partying and having a good time. So one of the great things is that I can play my music loud because we are actually inside a ballroom, and we don't have to worry about getting any complaints. As the night progresses, we were able to hand off party sticks, and we also, throughout the night, used my cold sparklers, which we set off during the high energetic moments of the night. And the great thing about the Park Hyatt Aviara is that they do allow cold sparklers. If you don't know what cold sparklers are, they are sparklers that are actually safe to touch and don't burn anything. And what's very important is to get the reliable and trusted cold sparkler machines in order to produce this effect. But anyhow, people loved it. It was such a great effect for those high energy moments. But of course, I also have the dance lights that syncs well with my music for those moments. And besides the dance lights, I've also had lights all around the room to provide a nice ambiance. So whenever people are lounging on one side of the room, or at the photo booth in the back, or the bar, or the other section of the room, they all feel included into the party, and they don't feel alienated with what's happening on the dance floor. So everywhere people can do their thing, enjoy themselves, enjoy the view. It was such a great vibe. Hey, it's Joe, DJ MOJOE. I've been where you are, passionate about DJing, dreaming of making it my full-time career. And guess what? I did it. Now I'm here to help you reach that same goal, especially in the wedding scene. It's called Wedding DJ Mastery Accelerator, a community where we connect every week on coaching calls. I'll be sharing the same knowledge and principles that help me succeed, and together we'll adapt them to your journey. As a founding member, you get to start with a free 7-day trial and then enjoy a special discounted rate. Join now, and I'll see you inside. Now back to the video. Now I'm going to talk about the production side of things and what it actually took to make this happen. One of the important things about this logistically is that we need to ensure that everything sounds good and looks good, so we can feel good all about it. So what I brought with me as part of my team, I had a DJ assistant and a sound tech to really help me out with this sound, because the Park Hyatt Aviara is such a, not only a beautiful venue, but it's also a big venue, and that requires lots of walking to the different locations to set things up. So my team and I, we had a setup for the cocktail, setup for the reception, and setup inside after party inside the California Salon. So what was really important is that I have enough speakers for all of it to happen. We do our sound checks, we test out the lights, and we had to figure out how to make this smooth transition from the outside area into inside. To make it a seamless transition, I brought 2 laptops. One laptop outside for the reception outside, and also another laptop inside. I also had to bring 2 external hard drives with my music, so my music outside is also the same music inside. When I transitioned from outside to inside, I already had my assistant play my mix going on inside, so the moment when guests arrive, they already feel the music. After I transitioned from being outside to inside, I have all this gear outside, and I don't want to leave my gear out that's open to the guests at the Park Hyatt Aviara, so I had my assistant and sound tech tear down my equipment and pack it up, so that way it's neatly tucked away and ready to be packed up when it's time to go at the very end of the night. So that's what they did, and while I'm inside, I got the crowd going and warmed them up to it and got them dancing. So it's super helpful to have a team that's willing to work with you and being able to really foresee exactly what needs to be done to ensure a smooth flow. So it's really important to really have this foresight of knowing exactly what needs to be done and having enough gear and resources to make this happen. And you know what, I want to give a shout out to my team, Shane and Jason, for helping me out, and also to the amazing vendors who were there with me. And I work with such an amazing team. I worked with Lindsay from Events by Talisa, and it's been so helpful working with professionals who know what they're doing and who's on top of things and really have the coordination and the planning aspect taken care of. And that's the thing that's very important about these weddings, is that, you know what, it is a team effort working with the people who are involved in creating and capturing the wedding vision of our clients. So I work with Lindsay from Events by Talisa. I also got to work with Alicia Mink Photo, and I also get to work with Black Shutter Media as the videographer. And the beautiful flowers that you see in this video were from Carla K's. Such beautiful setup. On another note about my DJ setup, I also use my video DJ booth, and the great thing was that the couple sent me their logo and I was able to project it on my screen, and I really had a nice background to go along with it. So that's one of the great things about the DJ setup. Is like, it's one of the first things that guests walk in and see. I mean, it looks fun and it looks cool. So overall, it was such an amazing time for Alyssa and Tim, and this was a wedding for the books, something that I'm definitely going to remember. And it took a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, it took lots of work, but it took the right kind of work to pull this off. And I'm so thankful for everyone involved to making this happen. It is a team effort, like I mentioned earlier. Alyssa, Tim, thank you so much for having me as your DJ. Such amazing vibes, and I wish we can party all over again. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comment section down below. You can also find me on Instagram if you want to see more of my work. And for all the DJs out there, if you need some help, check out my link down below for Wedding DJ Mastery, where I get to help you turn this DJ career full time. So if you are interested in my Hawaiian reggae cocktail mix, I actually have it up already up on my Mixcloud. I'll leave it down in the description below so you can check that out on your own time. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm DJ MOJOE, saving the city one party at a time. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. But in the meantime, check out these videos here.